Hey everybody, it's Steve, and I'm here today with an update video on two things. This was my last video on Tron yield farming, so we're going to go over a quick little recap of the coins that have lost value, and then we're also going to show the coins that are still holding their value, showing that yield farming is still pretty good. So I'm going to go and look at it. The nice thing about Tron yield farming is that coins don't cost much to move around. So here's my first failure. This is probably the one I took my first risk. I only invested 200 TRX. I bought one of these mill coins when it first came out. They were an interesting idea. There was obviously a liquidity pool, something. I probably shouldn't have done this, but it was only 200 TRX. I've made much more than that yield farming, so I'm not too worried about it. The site still works. As you can see, it's a Chinese site. There's a possibility that they'll turn this around. I have been staking these still, and so I have some to harvest. While they're not worth anything, I'm probably just going to go ahead and keep doing this liquidity pool, which might seem kind of counterintuitive, but it doesn't really cost anything when you're talking about a coin that is worth almost nothing. So once I can here, takes a minute just to come up, I can go ahead and add one whole TRX of extra risk. And if I can start farming these a lot quicker and I can sell them for 1 TRX or flip them for maybe some clever tokens or something else, then why not take advantage of that? I mean, it's just a chance. Now this one is a newer site, this Dark Matter Harvest. This coin is still worth 200 TRX. I haven't spent any money of my own to get this because I've been using my stake sun tokens. So I'll harvest this, and then I can just, what I've been doing with this one since I'm staking sun to get it is I've been selling it for sun. So one of the things you'll notice if you've looked at any other yield farming is how quick Tron yield farming is. Here's my sun tokens, so I'm going to go ahead and go grab these. And then we're going to take a quick look at the value of the sun tokens. Oh, all right, everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. My kids got home with my wife and they were yelling a little bit, so I had to step away. Also, I just realized that they did end the old stake pools. So I quickly migrated the 3 I was going to the new ones. So let's just really quick take a look at the new pools on Sun. They still have Sun TRX. They still have just TRX. These are the ones I was doing before. They've added in USDT TRX pool. As you can see, depending the riskier the token, the higher APY. So the Sun token kind of risky, right? Might go down in value as people farm it. You get a higher returns. Just is a little bit, JST is a little bit better, so it's a little bit less. And the USDT stuff is always the lowest return. Unless you get in super early, it's always the lowest return, but it's kind of the safest. They've added in wrapped BTT. We kind of knew this was coming, which is why some people thought you should buy more BTT. I'll have to look at that price. That one has, I think, one of the highest APRs at almost 200%. You also have Win from the Wink token being in here. That's got you almost the same as the BTT. You have USDJ, which pays a little bit better than USDT. This is just the same thing. It's a peg dollar token, but it's by Tron, so maybe people don't trust it as much, so you make a little more if you go here. They still have a TRX pool. That one's pretty low just because a lot of people stake into it, so you end up with a lot of TRX in here. You have a Sun pool, which is paying pretty good. This would be a little bit safer if you want to keep your Sun token than the liquidity pool. And it's actually paying a little bit better, so this might be a better place to put your Sun for now. They added in this one a few days ago, the HT TRX and the HT pool. They have added a straight just pool, which is paying pretty low, a straight USDT pool, which is paying the lowest, and then a USDG and a wrap Bitcoin pool. A wrap BTC token. So as you can see, the Sun project, he is going to be supporting all of his other projects. So it's not a bad time to maybe start getting some of the tokens from the different Sun projects. You may not like him, but look at how smart he is at supporting all of his projects by creating a yield farming where you can yield farm with any of the other tokens. So if you've been a fan of Justin Sun at all, or at least have acknowledged that the Tron protocol works well, that the TRC20 token is just as good as an ERC20 token, that he has a fast chain and things work well, well, then you get to farm these Sun tokens for free. And right now, as you can see, they've gone up a little bit, probably with all the new pools. You had some people buying them to get in on them. And the confidence that, hey, he is going to keep supporting these tokens and giving them some kind of functionality to earn return. I need to dig into this a little bit more. I was just going to do a quick unstaking video and show you guys a little bit of stuff on Betfury. So I'm not going to get too much further into this. I'm going to look at one other token really quick. We have the Dragon Ball token. It's been holding kind of steady around $3, $2 to $3. It spiked back up. This one, this project, I still have a hard time keeping track of it. I still don't trust it terribly, but I am farming these Draco tokens because you will get a little piece of their exchange. I just have a tiny bit. Maybe people will come in here. A lot of people must be just staking these because the rewards got really small. For this amount, I used to earn a lot more. So I'll just keep staking these. I'll probably start coming in less often because of how small these rewards have gotten. We'll move on. We already went over the Sun site. We already went over the Dark Matter site. I'll just show you once again if you haven't seen it before. I showed you me adding liquidity to the Milnet one. So now this site has a little bit of a messed up thing here. I can pretend like I know Chinese, but I've just done this before. So I'll go ahead and stake that other one that I got into here to try to earn a little bit more of these. This is just kind of for fun at this point. I have no confidence that this will come back, but hey, if it does spike back up and even go up to being $10 or $20 per TRX per token, then I can probably get back my 200. I've already gotten back about 100 out of it because I was selling it initially right away. We got a little bit to go. Now I'm going to go over and show you guys the site where I'm earning my free Satoshis, and I'm farming using their boxes and using their ranks, and I always show you the link to get 25 free Satoshis, and I've also shown you some strategies for farming their staking tokens in some of my videos. I'll have some links. So this is just Betfury. You connect to it with your Tron Link wallet. If you have a Tron Link wallet, you don't have to give them any other info. You can just connect to it. This is how easy it is to get your free 25 Satoshis every 20 minutes. And hopefully I don't mess it up. Motor bus. And they want a motor bus again. And you click the button and you will get 25 extra Satoshis. That'll go into your BTC balance. Then they have a staking pool. I'll show you that really quick. This is their staking pool. It's still growing. If I showed it to you last time in one of my other videos, it was more in the 60s, the upper 60s. Now it's in the upper 70s. And this is right after a payout. They just paid out about an hour ago, 2.2. So while they're paying out 2.2, and if they can stay in this range where they go up to 78, they'll keep paying out 2.2. I'm getting just over 300 Satoshis a day, and then these sub little ones for my 390. So that's what I'm up to on my farming. I've actually got 3 while I was away. This is another farming technique that I started using. It's a little bit boring. And unlike the dice one that I showed last time, you can't really get lucky and do like win on that dice theory. And I'll have a link to the video that showed you the dice theory if you want to see it, where when that one works, you can win money. This is more the slowest way to lose that I found on the site. And so what it is you do a 9-spot Kino. You can play my numbers since I'm showing them to you, but you can play your own numbers. You go on low risk, and you just do a small bet like I'm doing there, around 30. You can adjust yours. I'd say at least do 10, because the winning multiples are 0.3, 0.6, 2.5. They're all the percentages. You'll earn a free Satoshi, a full Satoshi, if you would bet at least 10, right? So if you're betting 10, you'll get 13. But if you were for some reason betting 11, you'd still get 13. So don't bet a weird number where you mess up your math. Go by 10. So either 10, 20, 30, 40, all the way up to 100, 110, 120. Always go by 10s on the bets if the payouts are like this, where everything is a nice even percentages, right? Because if I get a 1.6, then, well, since I'm betting 30, I win 9, or I win double that, 18. And if I get a 2.5, you know, I get double and a half the bet. So you want an even number so everything works out. But what you're doing here is you're just going, and you've seen, sometimes I lose, but a lot of the times I get at least a 0.3 payout. This is why I do 9 and not 10, because on 10, a 3 hit is only a 1.2 payout. A 4 hit is only like a 1.4. It messes up the math. Even though the big, if you hit all 10, is huge, if you're just trying to farm tokens, this is the one that I think works the best. You're going to get, every once in a while, you're going to hit a 2.5. I've hit a 7. I've hit a 50x once or twice. And I just set it. So I'm risking 1,500 Satoshis because I have been able to farm a pretty good amount of them. And I'll risk them this way, and then I'll just go back to claiming and claiming and claiming, getting my staking payouts until I have an about 1,500 to 2,000 that I'm ready to farm, and then I'll just let it spin. And if I get lucky, I do tell it to stop if I get 1,000 Satoshi profit, because if I get 1,000 Satoshi profit, that means that I hit either the 50 very early on, or I hit the 235 before I was too far towards my 1,500 loss, or I actually hit the 900. If I hit the 900, obviously I'll win even more than that. So the goal here is just to have this spin and spin and spin and spin. And I started this before I walked away from the video. So it was going for quite a while. I was only at 387. So betting 30s, it's farmed me 3 of the tokens that you have to bet 7,400 Satoshis to earn. And I'm still going without even having lost 1,500. So in a good session where you get decently lucky and you keep hitting like I've been hitting and you've been seeing, even with this little bet, that this number might farm me, I don't know, I've farmed as many as I think 6 to 7 tokens. If you're somebody who wants to farm these more seriously, you can put more BTC money on here. And if you're willing to take a loss to get the staking tokens, you could use this same theory, but instead of betting 30, you could bet 100 Satoshis or 200 or 300 Satoshis, and then you would be earning 20 to 30 of these per day. That's up to you. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do, but I do like Betfury. It's a good site. It works really well. They have a pretty good referral system, so there's always going to be people trying to get people to join here. Thank you very much if you're helping me out. I won't even lie to you that I do get a referral bonus from from people who come and play here, and it works like this. If you're making money, I get a little bit of money. If you're playing on slots, I would get more. And when you earn the BFG tokens, I get a little bit of BFG tokens. So that's part of the referral system. And the other thing is that in the free box, when you claim these, I get 35% into a little pile here. So thank you, whoever's been claiming. I appreciate you all. You've been helping me earn and get more staking tokens, and I hope you're getting some of your friends to come here, because it's a good way for you to build it up a little bit quicker. But you can do it from scratch, and eventually, if this site continues to be popular, it continues to grow. And if the staking pool keeps going up by more than they pay out per day, then even though your percentage of the tokens gets smaller, their payout gets bigger. And so you can see just a week ago, they were only paying out 1.5, look back here at the start of the month, they were only paying out 1.5. Now they're paying out over 2. And so if they keep on going up by that theory, in a couple months, they're going to be paying out 4 to 5 of these tokens a day. As you can see, we're getting close to the next price increase on these tokens. That kind of is shown in how many people I think are trying to mine these. The tokens will become exchangeable on exchange at some point, and they will they're going to do a swap. So these are going to swap into these when they get listed, because they're not going to try to list 2 tokens on the exchange. At that point, you'll be able to dump them if you just want to say, I'm done with the site, I'll just take a big cash out. or you can go out and buy them instead of gambling for them. I have no clue what their price is going to be, because at the time they list, this number could be much bigger. Imagine if you don't earn one until you bet all the way here. What if we're over here at like a 1? Then you're talking the market is not going to be inflating as fast, and the tokens will be a lot harder to earn. And if the pool is up, instead of at 776, maybe it's at 70, and then they're paying out instead of 2, they're paying out 20. And then if somebody with my percentage that's getting 300, he's maybe getting 3,000. Well, if you didn't increase your stack, you're getting probably a little bit less because of the inflation, right? Cut it in half, but still you're getting like 1,500 Satoshis a day from a site just because you have some staking tokens sitting on it. And if you're into crypto, we all believe a Satoshi is going to be worth what? I've heard some people say $1. My goal isn't $1. I live in the U.S. My goal is a penny. If 1 Satoshi was a penny, then every time you claim this, you're getting a quarter. Every time that means a payout of a 1,500 a day would be like $15 a day that you're getting from the site. That would be really cool. So just something to show you guys. I hope you're all having a good day. I hope you're taking a look at Tron. It's a chain that works really well. I know there was that big hit piece on Justin Sun recently from some people that worked at him. I really feel like that was just people not fully understanding Chinese culture who live in America. I've only known a few people from China. They have a much different work ethic over there. They have a much different way of doing things. They have higher expectations. They work longer days. Things are more demanding of them. And that's just not how America is. We're much more laid back. And so I could see how he came into an office in San Francisco, which is even a more laid back part of America. There's some places where people work more and work harder in America too, and there are plenty of people that put in 18-hour days over here too, but not the chill guys in Frisco. At least not all of them. Some of them might. I'm kind of generalizing, but this I've been rolling around in these yielding pools. I'm playing it safe. I'm only staking tokens I already own. I'm only staking the tokens I earn. I took one risk, and it was a very small 200 TRX risk. And since I've already farmed a couple Sun tokens that are worth $18, I can't say that I'm worried about the fact that I lost what? There were about 3 cents, so it's a couple bucks. I've made it back because I have farmed over a full Sun token. I'm getting to the point now where if this keeps going out, I'm up. I might cash out a little bit. It's something to keep track of, because if we go to the 30-day, let's give this a minute to load. It's going to run into, let's see, last time it ran into resistance around $25. It spiked back down. It fell down, 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 down. Now it's starting to turn around. So you might see some resistance at 20. You definitely will see some at 25. So just know if you're farming these, you're either going to be using the token to farm other tokens and selling those, which is what I do, or you're going to be holding on to these and just flipping them. And maybe you're going to go bigger than me. I moved some more money over here, so I think I'm going to look into increasing my earnings on these Sun tokens, and I'm going to move a little bit more soon. Thank you all. That's it for the video. I'll talk to you later. And if anyone subscribes, thank you very much. And if you sign up for Betfury, or you already have, let me know. And let me know if you like it. I know it's a gambling site, so I hope you're not gambling, straight gambling, that you're using some kind of strategy to farm those tokens, and you're using that faucet to get some free stuff. Thanks, everybody. Remember, I'm just a guy on the internet. Do your own research all the time, and take care of yourself. Goodbye.